Hello, so today I will be presenting our group project on nutrition across the lifespan for the elderly age group. After this discussion, we will be showing the video presentation on the preparation of the dinner meal. So the case scenario says a 66-year-old retired employee weighing 68 kilograms and standing 5'8" tall. His appetite is good, but because of dental problems, he tends to be choosy. He spends most of his time managing their many store business. So for the first procedure in calculating a diet plan for this client in this certain case scenario, you want to determine the client's height, which is already given in the case scenario, which is 5'8" inches, and his actual body weight being 68 kilograms. After this, you want to calculate your basal needs by first getting your desirable body weight. Doing this, you want to take the client's height and convert it into centimeters, and you'll get 172.72. With this, you want to subtract 100 from it. You'll end up getting 72.72. You want to take this value and multiply it by 0.10 or 10%, which will end up being 7.272. Next, you want to take 72.72 from the first calculation and subtract 7.272 from the second equation, and you'll end up getting 65.45. With 65.45, you want to multiply it by 1 kilocalorie and also 24, and you'll end up getting 1,571 kilocalories. Next, you want to estimate the physical activities, and for this we have decided that the client has a sedentary lifestyle since he's always sitting in his mini mart, staying and taking care of the store. For this, you want 30%, so you take the basal needs and multiply it by 0.3, and you'll end up getting 471 kilocalories for his physical activities. For the next procedure, you want to add values from the second and third procedures to get the total energy allowance. You want to get 1,571 kilocalories, adding the physical activities, which is 471 kilocalories. You'll end up getting 2,042 kilocalories. Next, you want to distribute the total energy allowance for carbohydrates, which is 65%, for protein, which is 15%, and fat, which is 20%. For carbohydrates, you want to take 2,042 and multiply it by 0.65 or 65%, and you'll end up getting 1,327 kilocalories. You want to round this to the nearest 50, which will end up being 1,350 kilocalories. And for protein, you want to take the 2,042 kilocalories and multiply it by 0.15 or 15%. You'll end up getting 306 kilocalories, and rounding it to the nearest 50, you'll end up getting 300 kilocalories. Lastly, for fats, you want to take 2,042 kilocalories and multiply it by 0.2 or 20%, and you'll end up getting 408. With this, you want to round to the nearest 50, and you'll end up getting 400 kilocalories. So for the last procedure, we want to calculate the number of grams of carbohydrates, proteins, and fats by dividing the calories for each nutrient by the physiologic fuel values. For carbohydrates, we want to take 1,350 kilocalories and divide it by 4, which will end up being 337.5. You want to round this to the nearest 5, you end up getting 335 grams. For protein, you want to take 300 kilocalories and divide it by 4, you'll end up getting 75 grams, which doesn't need any rounding. It's already 5. For fats, you want to take 400 kilocalories and divide it by 9, you'll end up getting 44.44. Round this to the nearest 5 and you'll get 45 grams. So in this case situation, we decided to give the client 3 exchanges of vegetable A and B, 4 exchanges of fruits, 0 exchanges of milk, 12 exchanges of rice, 6 exchanges of meat, and 5 exchanges of fat. For vegetables A and B, we decided to give him 1 serving for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and no snack. For fruits, we decided to give him 1 for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack. For rice, we decided to give him 2 exchanges for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. For meat, we also did 2 exchanges for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. For fats, we did 1 for breakfast, 3 exchanges during lunch, and 1 for dinner. So for the meal plan for this client, you generally notice that while being nutritious, all of these foods are also considered soft since we took into account the client's dental problems. For breakfast, we gave the client a cup of oatmeal, a cup of orange juice, a half cup of corn, 2 boiled eggs, a strip of bacon, a half cup of grapes for his morning snack. For lunch, we gave him 2 cups of cooked white rice, 2 grilled chicken legs, which are more healthier than fried chicken legs, a mango, a cup of sauteed spinach with butter, and a glass of water to go with that meal. For supper or dinner, we gave him 2 cups of white rice, a half bottle of soya milk, 1 serving of meat and vegetables, or ginisang kalabasa with ampalaya, and a banana. And that is the meal that our group mate, Danica, prepared.
First thing to do is to wash the ingredients. Next one is for the cutting and preparations of the ingredients. Cutting of garlic and the onions. Boil the meat in a small amount of water and simmer until it extracted oil. There you go. Put the garlic and the onion. Put the other portion of the meat to the pan. Add 3 spoonfuls of bagoong. Add 1 tablespoon of fish sauce. Let it simmer. Put a 1 full bowl of water. Add a 1 pinch of Ajinomoto, pepsi. Mix and then after, simmer it for about 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, put on the squash and then simmer it again for about 5 to 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, get the bitter melon and put it on the pan and simmer it for another 15 minutes. Now, it is cooked, ready for the preparation of the dinner.